We went to dinner last night late, and then someone physically came after you trying to take a picture.
Yeah, well, what it was is we got back to the hotel, and Kendra and I were walking, and we got our key, and I turned around, and you got to realize I've been in bad places before. I've had swords to my throat. I've had guns to my head. I owned bar for 13 years, and you had to read people.
Sure.
And I walked. We went back. We turned back. I go, come on, we gotta go. And two guys kind of ran down the thing by the elevator there, and he goes, "Can I get a picture?" But the way he was running, it wasn't like a fan. It was like just something different. And so I took the picture, and then this other guy came up out of nowhere, and he goes, "I want one too." And he put his arm up, and he stuck his thing. It was so much pressure. I mean, and I just knew if I did anything, there was something more coming. And he jammed it in to where that it was just piercing pain. And I'm just going, and I acted like, that I didn't feel anything. And I'm sitting there like that, and I go, okay, do you have it? Well, what I think now after then we let go, and the guy looks at me, and I mean, it was like I was almost doubled over. And the other guy then was like this, and it seemed like he was going to grab me. And Kendra's not knowing because I'm not letting out any pain. Pulled into the elevator, and I got upstairs, and I buckled over, and she said, "What's up?" I said, "That guy tried to hurt me. I didn't know what he was doing, but I think what he was doing, if I would have reacted, I think they were videotaping. And I think it was a setup. Like if I'd either fought back, and they would have said, "Oh, look what Mike Lindell does with pictures," or if I'd have turned, there was something else that he might have done.
Sure.
And I think that was, but it was so bad. It was, I can still feel it now. The police came, and they, but I was like, and then I'm thinking, and then someone knocks on my window this morning as I'm leaving, and it's a guy, and I didn't feel good there, and he goes like this, and there's a badge, and I'm going, no, and and he walks away. Now that's weird too.
Yeah.
I mean,
because it was unsolicited. You weren't asking for someone to come.
I wasn't asking. You know what? When I look at deviations, that's what I do on everything. I've had. I was a professional card counter too. That's where you live off deviations, right? But all these things, you look at deviations in behavior, and just like these guys, security looking around here for deviations, and man, they had. That red team, that's what they're all about. There were so many bad. They said there was Antifa that was here.
Infiltrated.
Infiltrated.
Switching out. Now, they had to be working with media.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yep.
There had to be corrupt media giving them their name tags so that they could switch it out. So they're working with them. Working with them, people.
Yes, yep. They were working with them. And it was getting to be too dangerous there. And they had to take a chance, or not take a chance on just cutting the third day, basically.
You have your media, of course, FLASHPOINT's media. Bannon was here, and others were down on the floor. This really, and that's one thing that stood out to me, Mike, and I want to get you to speak to this, Lance, it was really a call to the media to not just, hey, CNN, Fox, and all the rest of you guys. It's us guys.
Right.
That are, seemingly smaller in the big way, but we've got a torch to carry.
Yeah, so here's the David and Goliath moment. There's, as you called it out constantly, there is no journalistic courage in America anymore in the legacy press, in the fake news media, because they're owned by corporations. I mean, you have to understand this. We're always looking at an Anderson Cooper, Rich. If they ever suddenly had an awakening, they'd be replaced by the next person, because their job isn't to be original or do investigative reporting. Their job is to give the talking points for the corporation. This is big corporations and big government taking over America. But there's an opportunity here, Mike, and that opportunity, Gene, is what Flashpoint represents and other programs like we're involved with. It's the courage of new media.
Yeah.
It's the ability of David to go up against Goliath.
Thank you very much for watching. And if you like this, press like button because I enjoy watching. Subscribe. Yeah!